Yo, what's up everybody and welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a cool minute and I do sincerely apologize that I have not been around in the last couple weeks. Okay, I've had a couple things going on in my personal life. I hope you guys understand that. However, I could not miss the playoffs. I've been watching all these games. I've been calculating. We've been doing Sunday Night Football Challenge. You guys been voting, and it's come down to the wire now. Okay, guys, so we all know what teams are gonna be in the playoffs, but if you don't know, let's give you a quick recap of week 18, our season finale, to show you guys what exactly happened and what caused the games that we're gonna see now. Okay, so we're gonna run through that real quick. In case you guys have been living under a rock, I'm gonna open that rock up and I'm gonna throw it at you and be like, hey, listen to why these teams are in the playoffs. So we're gonna run through that real quick, guys, and then I'm gonna give you guys my opinions on what I think each team could do to advance to the divisional round. We're also gonna have Sunday Night Football Challenge. We're also gonna do our picks of the week still. Remember, playoffs is gonna get more intense. Everything's getting closer. You guys are only 2 games behind me on Sunday Night Football Challenge, but before we get through all that, let's show you guys a quick recap of the season finale, the regular season finale of 2021 week 18, and let's talk about it. Okay, there were some crazy scenarios that had to happen for certain teams to make the playoffs, and certain things almost happened. So let's just, enough talk, let's talk. All right, let's go. All right, real quick, going into week 18, we had a lot of teams who knew they were going to be in the playoffs. Those teams being the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tennessee Titans, the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, the Cincinnati Bengals, along with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys, Rams from LA, and the Arizona Cardinals, and also the Philadelphia Eagles, right? These teams all clinched the playoff spot going into week 18. Week 18 mainly was all about what teams are going to seed in what position, what teams were going to play who, what was going to happen, what the seedings were going to be like. We also had about 3 spots in the overall playoffs that still had to be filled, and they got filled, okay? So week 18 came down to the wire, and we had this weird stipulation all week. We were talking about it. If the Colts were to lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, that would mean that the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders game, if it results to a tie, both teams will make the playoffs. We were talking about this all week. Everybody was like, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Well, guess what? Indy lost to Jacksonville. They were eliminated from the playoffs with that loss. Pittsburgh beat the Baltimore Ravens, which gave them a chance as long as Los Angeles and Las Vegas did not tie, right? Then we're going to get to that. The Rams, all they had to do was beat the Niners for the Niners to not be in the playoffs. And all the Saints needed was to win and the Niners to lose to make the playoffs. Well, guess what? Sean McVay was like, what, 35-0 when leading at halftime? They were up 17-0 at halftime. And guess what? The Niners came back, and the Niners wanted the playoff spot because they won, and they are going on to place my Dallas Cowboys next week. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. So the Rams blew it. Although the Rams blew it, they didn't lose the division title because guess what? Arizona also blew it. Seattle came in and put up numbers against them. That's one game I did predict. And I also predicted the Rams to lose to the Niners, okay? I knew the Niners were going to make it. I knew the Niners were hungry. I knew the Niners couldn't lose because we all knew the Saints were going to win. Real quick, I'll put it right there. These are my picks of the week. Me and Jimmy do picks of the week throughout the whole season. This was my spreadsheet before the week 18 started. And I said the Rams were going to lose to the Niners, and I said the Seahawks were gonna beat the Cardinals. So with that all happening, that helped Dallas go to the number 3. Niners winning, they got into the playoffs, and another team that got into the playoffs with a win was the Raiders, okay? Because this game was so close. We all thought that the Raiders were gonna let the clock run and tie, and we all knew if a tie happened, it was gonna be the Raiders and the Chargers both in the playoffs. Well, guess what? The Chargers called a timeout at the end. Raiders got a good run the next time and got into field goal range. Carlson's not gonna miss the field goal in the black hole. He has never missed a field goal in Allegiant Stadium, and it didn't happen at the end of the game of this one. The Raiders won the game, said F the tie, F the Chargers. You are not making the playoffs. We're making the playoffs. And that's what happened, okay? This was a crazy game, guys. I don't know if all you guys watched it. If you didn't, go watch the highlights. I highly recommend it. One of the best games of the season. Probably the best game of the season. With that happening, the Raiders went all the way to the number 5 seed where they would play Cincinnati. All that happening is set everything in stone for our 2021 playoff picture, guys. This is what it looks like right here. Throw it up right there. Looks pretty beautiful, right? Looks really good, okay? The Packers and the Tennessee Titans both have a first round bye. Remember, Tennessee needed to win to get it, and that's what they did. And the Green Bay Packers already had it before this week even started. Tampa Bay moves to the number 2. Dallas moves to the number 3. The Rams are the number 4, and that's the NFC side. On the AFC side, we had KC at number 2. Buffalo will have the number 3 spot, and the number 4 spot goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. That sets up this miraculous playoff picture, guys. We got the Chiefs and the Steelers. We have the Bills and the Patriots part 3, and we also have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders in the playoffs. Both teams surprisingly playoff teams, but they're going to face each other. One could stay, one has to go. On the other side, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles, who we all saw come out of nowhere with this run game, and they made the playoffs. So let's see if they can run over the Bucks, or can the Bucks retain that Super Bowl title and go all the way again. We don't know. We're going to see this weekend. I'm excited. We have the Dallas Cowboys hosting the San Francisco 49ers, a game that went down in the 1994 NFC Championship game. That's the last time these two teams played each other in the playoffs. It's going to be a great matchup. Both teams have 5 Super Bowl rings. Both teams are great fan bases. Both teams are historical teams. And these two teams go to battle this weekend. It's going to be amazing. You guys need to check that one out. And our last wild card game of this huge wild card matchup weekend, whatever they call it, Super Wild Card Weekend. Super Wild Card Weekend ends with a Monday Night Football game for the playoffs, with never been seen before on Monday. The Rams will host the Arizona Cardinals in that matchup, part 3, to see who clearly is the best in the West. It's going to be an insane matchup, guys. Those are our playoff picture, what it looks like right now, what will happen this weekend, and let's get into these games, shall we? Let's go. We have 2 games on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. Playoff football for 3 days straight, guys. It's going to be awesome. Let's talk about what these teams need to do to win, starting with our first game, which is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders, okay? In order for the Bengals to win this game, they just need to run the ball with Joe Mixon, and they also need to get the ball out to these talented receivers, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, whoever it need be. Throw the ball quick, those slant routes. Do not let Max Crosby put some hands on Joe Burrow this weekend, because that's how the Raiders can win this game, if they mess up Joe Burrow and make him throw some interceptions, okay? Moving on to the next one, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We all know Kansas City has this in the bag, so just do your thing, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, checkdowns. You've been noticing the big plays not there all year. Well, guess what? Those checkdowns are going to open the big play. Stick to the game plan. That's why you guys, turned your season around, because the checkdowns, you guys stopped doing so many crazy things and you guys started playing the basics. And that's what you guys are good at. You guys are great at doing the basics. Keep going, and you should win this game against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, TJ Watt, I need you to go put some hands on Patrick Mahomes, okay? I'm serious. Everybody's like, oh, TJ Watt's better than Michael Parsons. He should get the Defensive Player of the Year. That's fine. That's fine, bro. You went and broke Michael Strahan's record, tied it, whatever, with 1 game more than he did. That's fine, bro. Go show them why you're the Defensive Player of the Year. That's how the Steelers will win this game, because we know their offense, when they need to, they will put up points, okay? Although their offense isn't as good as we think they should be, they put up points when it matters, and that's what the Steelers need to do in this game to beat Kansas City. Will it happen? Probably not. But TJ, go put hands on Patrick Mahomes, because those turnovers, Big Ben could use them. In short field opportunities, with the turnovers, you guys could go and score, get the lead, do what you got to do. Who knows? Just put some hands on Mahomes. And moving on to Sunday, our 3-game slate on Sunday starts off with the Philadelphia Eagles going to the reigning Super Bowl champs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. And it's going to be a tough one of your Philly. I do not expect Philly to even come close in this game, but you guys should run the ball like 40, 50 times and see what happens. Maybe the defense gets tired. I don't know. Because we all know that Tampa's defense is amazing. We all know Tom Brady's going to score on the offensive side. Do what you guys do best, all right? You guys have been running the ball all year. That's what this whole thing is about. This whole season for the Philadelphia Eagles is about them running the ball and turning their season around by running the ball. They're the best offensive run team. Why? Because they run the ball. I can't state it any clearly. Just run the freaking ball. Dallas versus the 49ers, okay? The Niners, how do you beat the Dallas Cowboys? Deebo Samuel and George Kittle, okay? They are susceptible to letting go of big play gains. What does that mean? These 50-yard bombs, Dallas is going to let it happen. These big runs, Dallas is going to let it happen. Yes, Dallas's defense has been amazing, causing turnovers all the time, but they can't stop the run. Sometimes their DBs get beat, And guys like Debo and George Kittle are going to exploit that. And Jimmy, that's how you do it. Just don't turn over the ball. It's going to be tough because Michael Parsons is going to make you turn over the ball. And that's how Dallas can win, by making turnovers and, starting off fast and scoring consistently. That's how Dallas will win. But if the Niners just stick to running the ball with Debo, throwing the ball to George Kittle, running the ball, you guys could break down this Dallas defense if you really wanted to. A lot of teams can, but let's see what Dallas is about, okay? Because their defense is amazing, but let's see what their playoff defense is like. For the Rams and the Cardinals, this is a big matchup. I don't know what either team could do to win because both teams are great. Both teams, I see a shootout this time around. For the Rams, I think they need to absolutely put hands on Kyler Murray and keep him in the pocket. Get Aaron Donald to get him sacked like 5 times, and this Cardinals offense will break down if you put hands on Kyler Murray. If you don't give him space, he will break down. And the other way around, you just got to cause Matthew Stafford to make mistakes. We all know that Matthew Stafford is supposed to be this upgrade from Jared Goff, but guess what? He is susceptible to mistakes. He has all these pick sixes this year. I believe it's 4 or 5. And, the Niners got in the playoffs by sealing a pick against him in overtime. So it's going to be a tough one for either team. But there is a big chance that either team walks away with a win here in LA. But I do think it's going to be the Rams. And with me saying that, let's get into picks of the week because I got some big ones and I need to tell you guys what went down this past season. All right, let's go. So yeah, guys, that is what I personally think that each team needs to do in order to get a win and move on to the divisional round, okay? That being said, guys, my picks for this week are pretty good, okay? Overall, through the regular season, from what I've done, guys, I went 28-21 in picks of the week, okay? It has not been all great to me all year. The NFL has been weird. But this week, I'm going to make some great picks, and I'm going to be 31-21, and then the week after that, I'm going to be 34-21, and the week after that, I'm going to be 36-21, and then I'm going to get my Super Bowl pick, and I'm going to be 37-21, and you guys are going to be like, damn, he went undefeated in the playoffs, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I did. All right, so my picks for the playoffs, and I'm going to keep it safe. I'm going to go with the automatic wins in my eyes, okay? I'm going with Kansas City to beat Pittsburgh. I'm going with Tampa Bay to beat Philly, and my upset of the week, which isn't even an upset. And for my upset, I got the Bengals to beat and upset the Raiders, killing all their momentum from this horrible season, then making the playoffs. And now that they're in the playoffs, they're going to lose, okay? So those are my picks of the week. And for Sunday Night Football Challenge, guys, it has been a close race for the best record all year. Remember, the bet stays the same. If I lose to you guys in the records, my beard will go away and I will buy a useless Daniel Jones jersey. Will suck even more because he's not even going to be a Giant for long because he sucks as well, even more than the Giants. And then I'm just going to be wearing this worthless, useless, trash Daniel Jones Giants jersey for no reason, and it's going to suck. And I can't let that happen. So what it's looking like right now, I am currently 13-9 overall on Sunday Night Football Challenge. You guys are behind me with an 11-11 record, 2 games behind. We both went with the Chargers last week. We both strongly believed that the Chargers are going to make the playoffs, and they didn't. So for the next couple weeks, the picks are going to be, I believe every game that's at night is going to be considered a Sunday Night Football Challenge game. You guys know what it is. I'm going to give you guys every chance to come back and get that win over me and try to make me lose my beard and get that ugly-ass jersey. So let's get into it, okay? For this week's game, our first one is going to be the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills, guys. And in that one, I am going with Buffalo, okay? Moving on to Sunday night's game, we have Kansas City at Pittsburgh. I said it in picks of the week, and I'm going to say it again. I got Kansas City destroying Pittsburgh, okay? And for Monday night, the Monday night special, the first time it's ever happened on Monday night, okay? We have the Los Angeles Rams hosting the Arizona Cardinals, and I think Aaron Donald's going to have 4 sacks in this one. The Rams will win in a defensive dominant game against these Cardinals, and those are my picks of the week. I got the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Rams, and that sets up a pretty good weekend for next weekend with the Bills versus the Chiefs next weekend. That will be awesome. Anyways, guys, those are my picks. You guys got 3 games this week to try to make it close, but yeah, guys, it has been fun. A great season. Playoffs are starting, so it's kind of sad because football's slowly going away, but the games are getting more intense, and it's all for the Lombardi from here on out. Okay, so I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Wild card weekend, super wild card weekend is among us now, and I hope your guys' team is in the playoffs. If not, I hope you guys get someone good in the draft because unfortunately you're not in the playoffs. So anyways, guys, please make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, like, share the videos. Come back every week, guys, and let's see if you guys can beat me on the Sunday Night Football Challenge, because I guarantee you I do not want to lose my beard. That would suck. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys next week, and yeah, see you in the divisional round. Peace.